Whatever status of society we may be in, we try to simplify our life. The simpler we are, the more peaceful we become. The illusion is when we have something, we cannot conceive of doing without it. As soon as you become attached to something, Maya puts you under the spell of illusion that you're thinking, I cannot live without this. This is the bare necessities. This is the minimum. And really, it's just like a big burden. Prabhupada tells the story of a lady. She was carrying big burden on her left shoulder, and it was aching and too much difficulty and suffering. And Krishna appeared before her, and she recognized that he was Krishna. And he said, I will give her any benediction that you want. And what did she ask? My left shoulder is hurting so much, please help me to put this on my right shoulder. This is material life. Such a burden. Therefore, Krishna explains how freedom means freedom from attachments to the temporary things of this world. I remember when I was much younger and I was traveling in India, I didn't have anything. I had one set of clothes and I had a mala. This time I was living in Himalayas and I was traveling from holy place to holy place. I would never sleep inside. I would just sleep under different trees in the mountains. But different ashrams I would go, people would give me for free different books. And I had a bag of books. And they were all religious books, philosophy books. And every book was so precious to me, I had to read that book. It was just, I had to read that book. But I'm basically a slow reader. So I had this many books. And of course, when you have no home, you can't leave anything anywhere. Wherever you go, whatever you have goes with you. You can't just leave something under a tree. Anything valuable you have to take with you, anywhere you go. So I was lugging this big bag of books around with me everywhere I would go. And it was just tremendous weight. It was painful. I would get tired. And I think, God, this is such a burden. These books are just such a burden on me. It's just causing me so much pain. Instead of thinking of God, I'm just thinking about how my body is aching because I have to carry these books. I'm going to get rid of these books. And every day I would go and I'd say, I'm going to get rid of these books. And I'd look, this book, no, it's not possible. I'll never get this book again. I have to keep it. Next book. This book is very valuable. Where will I ever see this book again? I must keep it. Someday I must read it. I could never leave one book behind. And then I just put it back, and I have to give some of these away. But I was so attached to every single book. I wasn't using any of them, except one out of about 20. But just the thought that in the future I'm going to need this, I did not have the heart to give one book away. And weeks went by, and my back was aching. And one day, I went to sleep. And when I woke up, all my books were stolen. It was under a tree in the Himalayas. And I was going through a tumultuous anxiety in my mind. My books, they're gone. All these books. And I started thinking of each one, how dear it was, how much enlightenment and inspiration I was going to get from it. And I was very sad. What am I going to do? Then I will now go to the Ganges to bathe. So I started walking to the Ganges. And I was thinking, my God, so easy to walk now. It's the first time I've walked in weeks without these books. Actually, I've attained mukti. I'm liberated. And then I realized I didn't need any one of these books ever. I'm quite happy without any of them. Krishna wants me to read one, it'll come. I started dancing. So material life is like this. We can't live without whatever we're attached to. That's the illusion. But actually, you can live without everything you have. All you need is the name of Krishna. So simple living, high thinking doesn't mean necessarily for a sannyasi, what do we need anything? We'll use it, we'll leave it. For a grihasta, what is required? But the more we try to accumulate, the more we accumulate anxieties in our mind, exactly in relationship. So we keep our life simple, and then there can be peace. And through that peace, through that simple life, Krishna reveals himself from within our mind, from within our heart. So therefore Krishna says, Mamupetya punar janma dukalayam ashashrutam napnavanti mahatmana samsadim paramam gata. That those who are intelligent, they make their goal the spiritual world. They do not make their goal anything in this world. They'll utilize whatever they need in this world to help pursue that path to the spiritual world. No more, no less. Otherwise, accumulation of material attachment only slows us down.
You were listening to Radhanath Swami on thesacredconnect.com.